So when we start going to the movie, if you want to control it, you basically just, the mouse, imagine that you're on the right side, so you have to bring the mouse over until you see it on the screen up there.
Gotcha. So just do that.
So like, see how I got this mouse going right here? Try to take control of it. See that?
Nice.
Yeah, and you can also log in. This is a incognito, so when you close it, it won't save your password.
Well, I can't log into my Facebook.
I'm just saying you can, but what I'm saying is it's incognito mode, so you can.
Right. Yeah, I just protect my Facebook at all times.
That's fine. All right. Let's go ahead. These headphones on, baby. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in to another episode of Tampa Film Podcast. I'm Termaine Jenkinss, and our guest this week is the infamous Anthony Caban.
Hey, guys.
He's back on the show. How you doing, Anthony?
I'm doing great. I'm doing really good. I fractured my tooth in the back, but can make some sound still.
That's good, man. That's good.
Yeah.
So, for those who don't know, you're in the middle of finishing two films, Survival of the Apocalypse. Is that one a feature or short? Feature. And then the second one was JLA United. All right. And that one's feature or short?
It's not short.
Definitely not short.
Definitely not
feature.
short. It's a feature.
All right. So I think you're probably the hardest working filmmaker right now.
I'm just
in the Tampa Film Network.
I'm just working
Tampa
my
Film
ass
area.
off, guys. That's all. I'm just working my ass off.
So how'd things go? Did you finish production for Survival of the Apocalypse on schedule?
No, we still got to do 2 more scenes, and that's not until after Labor Day.
Okay. And JLA United, how far along are you with that one?
About 80%.
80%?
Yeah.
It's a good number.
It is.
It's better than
Well, it's a lot better than...
all the 79% before that. Right?
It's better than nothing. If all of the scenes were deleted, that's... yeah, we're fucked. It's not happening.
If we had to put a percentage on Inception, right? If once we have an idea for a film, do we consider that any percent done? Like, is that like 0.1%? Is that 1%?
The movie Inception?
No, just when you conceive an idea of a movie.
It would be 100% complete.
From the conception of the idea?
You just a conception or an inception?
Let's say when you conceive, when you give birth to an idea in your head of a film, what I'm asking is, do you consider that as part of, like, you basically have started the filmmaking process and you're like 0.1% done just because you have the idea for the film in your head?
In a way.
You do?
I do feel like that at times. It comes around and you just got to roll with it.
If that is the truth, then, I mean, I've got so many unfinished films, you know?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Like, when it comes to fan films, yes, it does fall into unfinished because we got a lot to do. And we're working with actors who are not local actors. They're just friends.
Are you?
Yes.
Not me.
That's the biggest problem.
Okay.
The only local actors in this movie is Ken, Chevy.
For JLA United?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Craig.
Because you're going to have, your friends naturally are going to be fans of this movie, probably, right?
Definitely.
Okay. So they're all probably comic book fans for JLA United.
Definitely, yeah. They come around and go, basically. They just come around and they just help out with the movie. That's
Justice League and Avengers United.
Correct.
For those who are wondering, what is JLA? What's this JLA they keep mentioning?
What the fuck is JLA? What the fuck is this guy talking about?
Don't you hate when people talk in acronyms as if you're supposed to already know what that means if you just come in on the middle of a conversation?
Definitely. I hate that a lot.
So, man, I'm excited to have you in today because today we are going to be breaking down, commenting on Visions of Love.
All right.
And I've been looking forward to it because every single time I'm like, I know you have a lot of stuff that you've done, right? And you've got stuff in theaters, and I'm like, when can I watch something? Like, when can I see it? It's like, oh, it's not online yet, man. I'm doing the theater stuff. I'm like, doing the theater stuff. I'm like,
well,
damn. And you finally sent me a link. I was like, is this what I think it is? It's the movie.
Well, the thing
not the trailer. This is the movie.
the thing is that I wanted to give Visions of Love at least one or two theater experiences. I want to give the audience the theatrical experience, the idea of the audience just going to the movies and watching it before they can go and watch it online. And I'm not a fan of streaming. I'm really not a fan of online streaming.
Dare you? How
being
dare
honest
you
with
not
you.
be a fan of streaming?
I'm not a fan. I like the old-fashioned way. You can watch a movie in the theaters, and it hits right on home media. I'm more into that idea.
Okay, and you know what? I'm not against theater viewing. I like theater viewing. You know, just the whole ritual of going and sitting in the dark with strangers, but the thing is, the audio from the theater experience and the popcorn, it's just so different than watching it at home, unless you got a good sound system.
Well, I watch plenty of movies in the theaters more, but I have watched movies at home, and I'm telling you, it's not a great. It is hard to manage it because I have my phone next to me. Because I want to watch a movie where I'm not on my phone.
Yes,
That's the whole beauty of going to the theaters, is that you're watching a movie that's playing on the big screen, and you're in the dark, completely silent. No one is around you.
correct.
Your phone is shut off. You're not talking. You're all alone. You can fully examine what's going on in the movie. 50 it becomes for me. 50% I hear people whispering and just, and then their phone goes, their fucking phone comes out during the goddamn movie.
Well, that does sound like a Nokia ringtone.
And then, whatever it is, it was a shitty ringtone I just did. It was from an iPhone ringtone. And then it goes, and it goes, bing, or, no, like,
It's pretty loud.
yeah, it is pretty loud. I'm glad. Dolby Digital, I just did that in, not film. And then there's people like just constantly talking, and then their phones are coming out during the movie, or flashing and texting to see if their boyfriend texted them, texting to see what the fuck's going on Friday night after the goddamn movie, because they're so bored by the movie. They just want to go and party and have sex and get drunk.
Yeah, that can't be fun.
That's not fun. What's wrong with going to a movie? What's wrong with that? That's fun. And then there's bunching their goddamn popcorn into their mouth, going, and then going, see that sound right there? You just heard that, and going, that won't never happen again. But now you know what I'm talking about. See right there? I hate that in the podcast because that's loud.
Yeah.
The same shit you wouldn't like when you go to a movie.
Okay. Well, which begs the question, then why do you prefer theater experience then over streaming?
Well, this goes to the 50%.
The other 50%.
Most people are quiet. When I go to a movie and there's old people, they're quiet. They're respectful to the audience. They are courteous to the people who want to view the movie. And when you go to a movie, whether it's like a morning showing or a night showing or an afternoon showing, there's only like 5 people watching it in a large theater, they're all quiet. But when you go to a sold-out showing, that you have to determine whether or not you're going to make it out alive.
So you prefer to go when there's less people around for
I mean, if it's big movies, I'm going to have to go to a Thursday night showing or a Friday night showing.
Guess it's
Because
just not
these movies are something I've been very anticipating for. Because I want to go to a big movie, and I'm not going to wait like 2 days after. I want to watch it that day it comes out. This anticipation's building up, and spoilers can happen on that same day.
Oh yeah, they happen a lot.
And then
now.
it's too late. It's like if I just watched the movie on a Friday, who knows? Someone's gonna be talking about the movie. So I want to be at that first showing before somebody runs their mouth about the movie.
You know what's fucked up now is whenever new stuff comes out, like when the Avengers movie came out, Endgame, people started making these memes, right? And it would be these innocent memes. They were traps. We call them honey traps at my job because we look at social media. But basically, it's like some hot girl playing tennis or whatever it is, and it's like, you know how it is when you're scrolling, the video's already playing now.
Yeah.
So you go and you hit the sound, you want to hear the music or whatever that's going on. At 3 or 4 seconds in, okay, and it looks like something's gonna happen. It cuts to an important part of Avengers, and it's like the ending or whatever, and then in the words overlaid on it, it's like this person dies at the end, and it's like a spoiler hidden in a meme.
I hate it. I hate that shit.
It's terrible, but at the same time, it's hilarious because it's so fucked up.
It's not funny at all. That's fucking up, man. People waited so long for the movie, and they paid their tickets to see the movie. Like, come on.
But if you're one of these people who's like, oh my God, I am so tired of people talking about the Avengers. Avengers this, Avengers that, Avengers this. The perfect way to get back at them is to do something like that.
That's not a perfect way to get back at them.
It is perfect. It is so perfect that it started its own thing. It's now pop culture to spoil shit for other people.
Oh yeah, no, that's been a thing for like 3 years now.
Not like this. Not like this. It hasn't. Now it's everybody. Now it's like there are groups dedicated to this. They organize, and it's like, all right, look, here's the new shit. All right, we're gonna have this video of the car crash from the other week or whatever. 5 seconds in, cut to the spoiler.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, look, if you don't like the movie, if you really think that the film's not going to be good to you, don't ruin it for others. That's a dickish thing to do.
That's the purpose of it. They don't like the fans of the movie. That's who ruins it most of the time for these people.
Fans?
Yeah, the fans. They're, like I said, they're tired of Avengers this, Avengers that. Who's saying Avengers this? Who's saying Avengers that? Avengers fans.
But they should not.
Comic book fans.
But at least respect the people who want to see it.
But here's the thing. The fans are don't respect people who are not fans of the series either. So it's like when I went to see one of these movies or whatever it was at the time, I was saying, yeah, I thought it was cool. Transformers was a really good movie. What? Are you kidding me? They messed up Megatron's voice. Like, he's not supposed to sound like that. He's not supposed to do this. He's not supposed to do that. I'm like, chill. It's a movie, bro. I mean, it doesn't have to be exactly the same as the comic book, right? And then I'm a new fan. It's all new to me. It's all awesome to me, So I hear where some of these spoiler people are coming from. Some of these fans are dicks themselves.
Right.
Okay.
Now, why do I prefer theater to streaming? Because there's something very magical about going to the movies.
When it goes right.
When it goes, paying a ticket to go see it, watching the film, having fun with it. But streaming it, like Disney Plus, cheaper doesn't
at your own convenience.
But they're both the same price. For Disney Plus, it's $12.95.
Okay, but you're gonna spend that for watching one movie at the theater.
Right,
versus this is a streaming service, and you get to watch everything that they have.
I'm just not open to streaming. It ruins magic. It's not for me. If others like it, that's fine. Like, that's great. I'm really happy. Good for them. But I'm not open to streaming because it's ruining theaters. It's killing theaters. With all this online torrenting shit, all this Netflix, this streaming shit, it's ruining the movies.
But I don't. Do you really think that that's true? Because it's not actually killing theaters. It's just providing some new way to watch movies.
No,
but you see, it's the consumers who say that they would rather watch something on the stream than to go to the theater.
Well, I was really open to the idea of Netflix just having movies. Go to straight to DVD, go to Blu-ray, go to online service. You can watch all these movies. Back in the day with Netflix, it was just movies.
Like, remember when they used to send the DVDs through the mail?
Yeah, it should have been that. It doesn't need to be some original studio. It doesn't need to be that.
Well, now you're talking about something else. Now you're talking about Netflix making its own stuff. So what could you possibly have against that as a filmmaker?
I don't know. It just kills the movie industry. Like Redbox. Redbox killed Blockbuster.
So, hold on. The Netflix making their own stuff isn't part of the movie industry, you mean?
Some of these Netflix movies don't look like Netflix movies. They look like movies that deserve to be distributed by theater studios.
So you're saying they're good?
They're good.
Okay.
But they don't look like Netflix. They look like something that has potential to be distributed by real studios.
Wasn't that the point? No?
Roma. Look at Roma. Roma played in theaters.
Okay, and then it went to Netflix.
No, it was
It was a Netflix
It was a
movie.
Netflix film. It
Right.
doesn't look like a Netflix film. It looked like something that could be distributed by Paramount Pictures or Focus Features.
I've always thought that the quality of movies like Roma or House of Cards is what Netflix is. What I feel like is Netflix is actually degraded in quality, degraded in storytelling over time.
And the thing is that House of Cards looked like something that'd be distributed by FX.
It looked great. Is that what you mean by that?
It would look great if any shows were to actually distribute it.
So it basically looked like it looked like a movie. It looked like a film.
It looked like a film. It doesn't look like an online film.
It looks great.
It doesn't.
You see, but that's changed. That's the whole movie industry. It's gone from looking like proscenium, one.
Yeah, go on.
So so movies started out where it was just basically like filmed from one point of view, right? They had a stage, they had a camera pointed right down the middle, and it stayed on that, and they called it proscenium film. Then they decided, hey, wait, we can move the camera. The camera can be here, it can shoot angles, it can shoot there, it can shoot there. So then film changed to that. Then it changed from black and white to color. It went from having no sound to having sound. Now it's going from just single story films to, well, I guess you don't call it film, but you call it TV. This is the golden age of television, series, streaming. You know what I mean? To me, this is all just more opportunity. So it all sounds a little bit weird that you, as an independent filmmaker at that, don't like the idea of streaming, because it seems like it would benefit you more than it benefits other people.
Yeah, I feel like these stories, they look like they have potential to be done for the theaters.
And what's wrong with that?
What's wrong with like stream like?
Yeah, what's wrong with something on your phone looking good and sounding good?
It just looks good enough to the point where you can actually draw attention by releasing in theaters.
Okay.
I'm more of a I would never.
So you have a problem with Netflix doing that with Roma?
I feel like Netflix, to me, it's killing the cinemas, because some of these movies used to be, for the studios. Like, it was originally supposed to be distributed by the studios. Some of these movies were originally planned, and then Netflix just steals it away, like The Irishman, the new Martin Scorsese film. That is supposed to be...
But they didn't steal it. They offered a deal to the filmmakers.
I look at it as they just stole it.
But
Because
they
it wasn't...
didn't
Because
steal it.
Netflix wasn't there first. Paramount got it first.
Okay, well, did Paramount steal it? Or did they offer a deal to have it distributed with whoever
If it's
they met?
international, like Annihilation, that would be great, but...
I don't see the difference.
I don't know.
If you have a platform to show a movie on, you're saying you prefer the theaters. That's fine.
Yeah.
But some people prefer streaming on their computers.
And that's fine. If people want to go on their phones at the house and just be distracted, that's fine.
Okay, but who are you gonna blame when the filmmakers decide they want to have it streaming with Hulu, Netflix, YouTube Premium instead of going to theaters?
The filmmaker the filmmakers, it's his choice. It's his or her choice.
So I don't see why you have an issue with the streaming.
It's just...
It just seems like that's just the way that the industry is moving.
I just don't think it feels really cinematic to me. There's something I feel like if it's, unless it's like TV, I feel like TV, that's fine with TV. Like, I could see TV, essentially being, Netflix, like Apple, something like Disney Plus TV or Apple TV, something like that. But I just don't see the point of Netflix just being its own original movie studio. It's just not my cup of tea. Mm-hmm. And people can agree. People can disagree as much as they like.
You would prefer them just show other people's stuff instead of making their own stuff too.
I don't know. I guess. It's great. It's great to see that filmmakers are still making movies for the theaters.
Okay.
It's great to see that, and I give so much love and praise for that.
Okay.
I appreciate that Christopher Nolan would love. It's just Christopher Nolan had a really good point about Netflix. Like, it is killing the way movies were made, and but it's like we said, it's the new age. Movies will be made for cinemas. Some movies will be made for online.
Well,
but what we can do is we could just keep making movies for the theaters. That's all.
I don't know what you think of when you make movies, but I mean, I feel like, I make a movie, it can be shown in theaters, it could be shown online.
Oh no, I don't mind that.
It's still a movie.
Yeah, no, like they can
It's all cinematic, right?
Right.
You're gonna light it the way that you feel like looks right.
What I mean is that I don't mind if my movies get played in theaters and then it goes to home media and then it can stream it online. What I mean is that I would never let Netflix, Amazon Prime, or Hulu get the rights to my movies.
So that they can just show it in their...
Oh,
so
yeah,
that
definitely.
Basically, so if they had a deal where, all right, we're going to distribute your movies, but you can't show it in theaters, you would never do that because they would keep it out of theaters.
Never.
I feel like you would.
No, what I mean is that, any studios I would love to distribute my movies would be Warner Brothers, Focus Features, Paramount, Universal, not Fox because of Disney.
Aren't they starting their own streaming services too?
Yeah, never mind then. Skip that.
Warner Brothers, all those guys?
Oh, no. Yeah, but, Warner Brothers Pictures, not Warner Brothers streaming thing.
Well, I mean, they gotta compete where the market is.
Right, but...
Because it's not like Netflix went to, lawmakers and said, look, we got to have less film showing in theaters. They just started making their own stuff, and people liked it, and people said, I like the idea I can watch it on my phone. I like the idea that I can watch it on my computer, and they want to stream it. It's not stopping anyone else from doing stuff in theaters. It's just making a new market, and more people are choosing that. Still, a lot of people go to theaters. Look how much money Black Panther, Avengers, all these movies make. They still make record amounts of money.
That's because that's after theaters. Then it'll be now available on Blu-ray and DVD and digital.
No, I mean opening weekends are records.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If my movie bombs, it bombs. I'll just keep making movies.
Okay.
I can see I know a lot of people are not going to always go to original films, and I think we need to make more original films for the theaters too.
I like that they do that.
They should,
because it makes it more competitive.
It's just marketing. Because
who was killing filmmaking? The big studios, man. They had systems where it was just 5 big ones in charge of everything. They had a monopoly.
Well, no, because they just want to make franchises. They just want for remakes, reboots.
I know, but what they were doing back in the day was anti-competitive. That's why they had to come out with antitrust laws so that those companies don't get so big that they kill. They were stopping other filmmakers from making movies, and they were keeping people out of the movie making industry. So I don't really have any sympathy for when the theaters are having a hard time or when the big studios are having a hard time. I love when guys like Netflix come along because there were people who would have made films but couldn't because they didn't get the backing of theaters. But they went to Netflix. They made House of Cards. They made all these little original series. And yeah, Netflix puts their name on it because they financed it, but it's still something they gave people the freedom to do what they want to do, So, I mean, I feel like it's a good thing. And it's probably going to benefit you because now look at it like this. All right, I feel like you haven't looked at the Netflix thing from a business perspective. I'm sorry for talking so much. I'm supposed to let the guests talk more. But think about this. Why is Netflix making their own stuff? Because all the early days when they were sharing all of Disney's stuff, it's still going.
I just want to see some comments too.
Oh yeah. We can log into the thing so we can see the comments.
Let me log into yours.
Well, I'm about to do the thing here. When you're on this computer too, so just be a little careful. Hang on one second.
I got it.
Okay.
Cool.
I need to share the movie anyway. Or share the stream anyway. What I was gonna say is, why are they making their own stuff? Because in the early days, they could get Warner Brothers, they can get DC Comics, they can get Disney and stuff on Netflix then, but now all those places are grabbing all the stuff that they have the rights to, and they're saying you can only watch it on their service. So now a lot of Netflix selection has been decreased because of that, because they're now competing on a streaming platform with other people who have streaming platforms.
I see what you're saying. I see exactly what you're saying, and that's
so they have to do it to compete, right?
Right, but that's what you think. For me personally, I will if I ever do my first film, it would be for the theaters, and they can just watch it online right after it hits DVD.
Yeah, but Anthony, the theaters are notorious for going with people who have established names, like Christopher Nolan, Steven Spielberg, Hans Zimmer, like a whole bunch of people.
Hans Zimmer's a musician.
Well, I know. I meant to say Ron Howard.
Right.
Like they go with those guys, and for the new guys like us, the companies that are relatively new, like Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Video, now that they're looking for more of their own content, they're reaching out more to like filmmakers, like independent filmmakers like yourself. So it does seem a little weird. Is this thing still streaming? What the heck is going on? Hang on 1 second, folks. Just make sure the thing is still going. Sorry, taking a quick pause.
Oh no, it's still I believe it's still there.
Yeah, it says it's streaming. Yeah, I see. Yeah, Nicholas is actually commenting. I'm just trying to find the stream because. Let me share it from here real quick. Share it with myself real quick. That way I can share it with everybody else. And we're back.
So yeah, no. Here's the thing.
So look, now that they need more stuff because Disney and they pulled all their stuff, they're looking for their own more original stuff. And this is why I feel like the quality went down. They're accepting a lot more stuff now from people who aren't as good as Ron Howard, Steven Spielberg, and all these guys, right? But that's an opportunity for you because eventually you keep showing your ability to make feature films. You know, they're going to want a feature film and they're going to want something done at the budget because what is happening, Netflix is lowering their budget for each film. So they want people who are used to doing things for less money. So then they come to you and they go, hey, Anthony, we saw Visions of Love. We want to make a 2-hour, we want you to 2-hour version, except we want Amy Adams in it. And we want you to film it in Florida because you're from Florida and we're going to give you $2 million. Can you get that done for us? $2 million.
Probably
man.
not.
Probably you're gonna turn down a $2 million job.
If it's anything like Focus Features, A24, definitely A24.
But they're gonna say to you, do what you want, as long as it's under budget.
So does A24. A24 films will do the same thing too. A24 is doing really good with their independent films, and then they let them release it in theaters.
All right, but you're talking about an independent film company, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm talking about the distributor, who is also the studio, who is also the financier.
If it's A24, it's A24.
So you,
I'll let Netflix, show my movies. I'll let them show, hey, like.
But you won't let them pay you to make a movie for their platform.
I won't do a film that's distributed by Netflix. Like, I don't see myself in that world. Like, I'm a very old-fashioned guy. Like, I like to make movies for the cinemas, for the theater experience.
Okay, and people who have home theaters?
If they want to bootleg my movies and watch it at home, that's fine. Hey, at least they're watching my shit online. I really respect that. But like, I do respect, paying to see it because you're paying to see original films too. But at the end, look, I will give Netflix, some credit for actually, giving us some good shows. Stranger Things.
Yeah.
I will give it credit. I'll give these streaming TV, premieres credit for like, shows like The Handmaid's Tale. What's that one show with Jeffrey Tambor? Transparent or whatever. I'll give them credit for, some good shows. I'll give them like that credit. But I mean, like in movies, like, the Disney Plus and all that.
You don't think they make good movies too?
Only Roma.
Only Roma?
I haven't seen What Happened to Monday. Like, I still gotta watch those movies though. Maybe I'm bluffing. Like, maybe I'm a little exaggerating because I haven't watched all these Netflix movies, and I'll give it a try. I will give it a shot. Oh yeah, Death Note. Death Note. Yes, I saw Death Note.
You like Death Note?
No, I did not.
I did not. Well, Death Note was interesting because it was just a different take.
I like what they were trying to do.
You've seen the TV show, right?
A little bit of the show on Adult Swim.
Well, you gotta watch the whole thing, bro.
I mean, I will give Willem Dafoe the badass performance as Ryuk. He did provide a lot of good motion capture for it, but it really derailed. But I will those are the only ones I watch. I will watch a lot of Netflix movies, and then years from now I'll talk about it. Do I think Netflix is killing cinemas? Because right now I feel like they're
not preventing cinemas from doing anything though. They're just making their own stuff.
In a way, it feels like it at times because I don't see a lot of original movies in theaters.
At the same time, the theaters are the ones who have killed movies, though. It's not actually, it's the reverse. But I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
And this is the reason that you want to shoot on film versus digital. You like the idea of doing that.
I love the idea. It's not a fact. I mean, but I will say that it is a fact that Netflix is not preventing cinemas. That's a fact. It's not. Netflix has its own thing. It's giving them an opportunity. It's a choice. You want to make the movies for theaters or you want to do it for Netflix. That's a fact.
They do both sometimes, I guess, when it makes sense.
Then, yeah, it's sort of a fact. But, what I'm saying, it's not a fact.
You know what else, though? While we're on the subject of preventing stuff.
Yeah.
Do you think it's by choice that Netflix doesn't have more of their stuff in theaters? Or do you think that theaters keep them out?
Theaters do keep them out because
they let theater stuff in theirs. So.
Because Netflix, I've never seen in this area. There's not a Netflix movie that comes out in theaters except for Roma.
Why is that?
Well, because Roma is directed by Alfonso Cuarón, and because it's going for the Oscars and it's getting a lot of awards buzz to the point where they wanted to give the audience a theater experience.
Alfonso Cuarón has a lot of connections to the theater industry.
Well, of course. Alfonso Cuarón is known for making really good movies. And I think that Roma could have been a Warner Bros. Film simply on the merits that he had a really good relationship with WB. You had Gravity, which made about $700 million. And that was an original film.
The hair didn't move. The hair didn't move. Gravity.
So what if the hair didn't move?
Just saying.
But it did get nominated. It did get nominated for a lot of awards. It did win quite a few. And that proves my point. Original films are not dying. And they can still be distributed by Hollywood studios. They can still be.
Not by Netflix, though?
It doesn't always have to be Netflix. I'm not saying Netflix should be eliminated, even though I should have rephrased that. Like,
you would love to see Netflix eliminated. This is so shameful.
I would love to see movies get made for the.
How dare you, Anthony Caban, sit here in front of me in Florida as an independent filmmaker talking about how you would turn down a $2 million job from Netflix? How dare you?
Unless Netflix tells me I can shoot on film, that's different.
They say you can do whatever you want. It's your budget.
But that's not what I heard. I heard an article that Ryan Gosling was offered a movie by Netflix. They offered to buy it on the occasion that he does not shoot on film. And he said no.
Okay, so not everybody's going to get the same deal. But what I was asking you was if they made a deal specific for you, which is what they're known for doing.
Well, I can't say.
So if they basically just said, as long as it's under $2 million. Look, can you get a deal from Kodak to shoot a feature film with enough film
if Kodak loves what I'm doing?
For less than $2 million? You think you can do that?
Yeah, if Kodak loves what I'm doing.
They've got deals out the wazoo, right?
Oh, shit. Hold on. Now I remember. I did see New and Selected on Netflix, too. And that was shot on film, and that starred Adam Sandler, and that was a good movie, too.
A lot of films were shot on film, but...
Not a lot.
Well, some of the directors that they hire kind of insist on. Like, they want to shoot on film, right? But what I'm saying is the reason they prefer digital is because they feel like it's you're going to get the same or better quality, and it's less money.
Right.
So why not?
Now with me... this now that I've already established my point of online distributing. I mean, look, years from now, my opinion can alter.
Look, man, I think $2 million would change your opinion a lot if that was real. First of all, they have the money.
In real life, I mean,
First of all, they have the money. $2 million is nothing as far as budgets go these days.
I just know it's a fantasy. That shit's a fantasy, but I mean,
$2 million budget is not a fantasy with Netflix. If you can make for them a feature for $2 million, that is extremely valuable. They have comedy specials that cost more. But if they said to you, look, dude, shoot on whatever the hell you want, just keep it under $2 million, you know, I see no reason not to. Put your name out there in front of all those subscribers, right? They have more subscribers and viewers now than all of broadcast television.
Right.
They've been surpassed them, right?
Well, here's another thing.
And then that opens the door. So if you want to go on after that and be a theater filmmaker and just make only movies for theater, that's a hell of a lot easier to do after you've done a Netflix movie, sir. You can say, I made a Netflix movie. Look at the viewership, and look who I worked with, and you know I have this reputation now. And I made a lot of money, so...
Right. So now we've already established that.
Yes, we did.
Let's see. But yeah, the reason why I didn't release these movies online yet is because I wanted to give them more theater experience. But since money is very low, I just decided, why the fuck...
Bring it on, baby.
I just decided to just give it
Bring it on.
Just fuck it. Release it to you guys until further notice, you know, for now. Visions of Love, you know, I think
So is this just a one-time thing, or is Visions of Love, can I share this with other people?
You're allowed to share with other people.
Is this on your channel?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just put it on
okay.
I just put it on unlisted just for now.
Okay.
Until like I decide, you know, to put it in
It has 213 views already.
So yeah, it's too late to put it in, you know, festivals, but I would love to have it, you know, in a little theater in case.
I thought it had like a private link or something like that.
Well, good thing is we can watch it, and I'm really happy to you know, talk about the movie.
Okay. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna watch this movie. We're gonna comment on it. It's gonna be just like when you buy those DVDs, if you still buy DVDs, and you go to the comments.
No, I
the
don't.
Extras. That's not a good thing to say for somebody.
DVDs?
Yeah. What's
I
wrong
own
with DVDs?
Blu-rays.
Okay.
I do
Blu-rays,
Blu-rays.
DVDs. When I say DVDs, I mean Blu-rays too, I guess.
Right.
But they have these features, and one of the features is watching a movie with the commentary by the filmmakers, so you can understand what they were doing when they were doing it.
But yeah, let's get right into it.
Yes,
I'm not gonna go through every single one because this is like 48 minutes. But yeah, fuck it, it's 48 minutes.
So do you want to just let this play, and then when we talk, we'll just lower the volume. We won't pause it. We'll just let it play all the way through.
Most definitely.
Okay, so it'll be just like in the DVD theaters or DVD things.
Yeah.
All right, so there, what we did was we made that thing big, and we're kind of in the corner there. But over here, we can go ahead and watch the movie. Let me make sure we can hear something.
I need some water before we do this.
Absolutely. Make sure we can hear it in our headphones, though. There might be a slight hiss.
I do have a lot of interesting facts to talk about this movie and all these scenes we did. There were some, we'll get to it. But we'll go on break. Still live, though.
Yeah, we are live still. Guess first. Anything else you need, by the way?
That's about it. I was gonna say order food, but fuck it.
You need some vitamins? You need some fish oil?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah, nah. I think we got this. We could do this without food.
Okay. Yeah, we can eat some pizza afterward if we want.
I had pizza.
You had pizza already?
What kind of pizza?
DiGiorno.
Whatever. Let's do it.
I fucking love DiGiorno. Okay. All right, audience. Oh, get your comments up just in case people want to ask questions while we're...
The computer is on low battery.
Battery?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not plugged in. When I need something, it just kind of appears.
Let me see. All right, guys.
And
How do you turn this on?
Don't know. Oh. The power button.
Oh, there we go. All right. We'll just wait because I want to, see some comments.
Absolutely. I'm trying to get to mine too. Here we go. I have the live stream on mine.
Wait, who? Oh, hey, Nick, are you still watching? Because I don't see any recent comments.
He might have tuned out for a bit, which is fine. Yeah, I saw him in the movie, man. I was
Really?
like, it's Nick. Nick is here. All right. And I'm sorry about this hiss. I never quite solved it. I just made it better than what it was before.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Eventually, I'll solve that issue. But, yeah, we are ready to go. So, Nick, what's up? We're saying hi back to you. And anyone who has questions on the movie, feel free to ask. Directors in the house. Now, just for those who don't know, what's like a quick log line or synopsis of this film? It's a romance movie, right?
What's the pin?
The Pin? The Pin?
Yeah.
Hang on one thing.
Synopsis of the film is about Tom Stevens, who is a writer. Hold up.
Okay.
So the synopsis of the film is about Tom Stevens, who is an author, writer. Yeah, well, author. And a writer, and a screenwriter who is having a struggling time moving on after his wife died from brain cancer, which was terminal, and he is having a hard time moving on.
Okay.
This film premiered on December 9th, 2018 at the Tampa Bay Underground Film Festival. We had a great positive reception from the audience. Even you ever heard of Joel D. Winecoop?
Yeah.
He came and saw the movie.
Was he in the movie?
No, but he liked the movie, which was
Okay.
awesome. I heard he's the king of Tampa.
He's definitely
That's
a
what
name.
Ken told me. I've seen his shit. It's pretty fucking good, man. And I just wrapped up Coco yesterday, which was a lot of fun. Can I give a shout out?
Absolutely.
5 people I want to give a shout out to. Actually, 5. Adam Oliver, number 1, a great guy. Fucking love you. I'm glad you're back in the game. Can't wait to wrap up JLA. Number 2, shout out to Johnny Pandy, director of Coco, because I appreciate that he gave me the opportunity to be in the film, and this was my first SAG debut. So that was a great film. And I'm really looking forward to how the final cut of the film comes out, because I'm really excited.
Have you seen any of the dailies or the playbacks?
I've seen some footages on the monitor, but I really want to see the whole movie, because I am so curious to see where this movie is going to go down. And I had a great time working with these people. These people are so talented. The crew is so off the chains. They're hilarious. John Williams, the cinematographer, is great. He is so cool. He knows what he's doing with the shots.
That's good. We can certainly appreciate a good
Good what?
Good cinematographer in movies.
And the one of the best parts on set is the sound guy, Chuck Terzian, or sorry if I pronounce your last name wrong, but he is a great sound guy, man. He is incredible. He's funny too. He makes the crew laugh, which is great. And Anthony Esposito is in this film, who plays Randy, and he is incredible. I've worked with him in Visions of Love, and he was the sound guy for Survive the Apocalypse. It's going to be so sad that he's going to Fresno. I'm going to miss him.
He's got more work out there.
Hopefully. I mean, hopefully there's a lot of work in Fresno.
That's good.
But yeah, let's
get it going.
let's break it down.
Just want to make sure it was posted in the actor group too.
Let's do this shit.
All right.
Bitch.
You can play it whenever you're ready.
Ready, play it.
Just let me know when you need volume down. Because basically people can go to the link and watch it themselves.
Of course.
We're just going to... The commentary is special, so that's going to take priority. But we're going to let it play all the way through. Oh. Please don't do that. People watch it.
Why is it buffering?
Give it 1 second. Let me see what's going on.
This is why I'm against streaming now. See?
Okay, now you got a reason.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, of course I'm not joking. That's stream.
Refresh it. Like hit the... Let me do it.
Well, I'm not going to break down to every single portion. Like, I'm not going to break down the whole movie. I might just break down a couple scenes.
Well, I'm going to have my own questions.
Definitely. You want to do the questions like after the film's over or just during?
I'm going to do it while we're watching.
While we're watching?
You've seen the movie already, right?
Yeah. I mean, every time my movie's playing at the festival, of course I'm going to show up there. I don't care how many times I've seen it. I'll show up there. Unless it's in California. Well, California, I will get a plane ticket over there. I want that experience. Or New York. But anywhere like Texas and all that, no. I'll just not.
Still buffering. Hang on 1 second. I know what to do. Just make sure that it stays at the...
Sucks it won't be in 1080p.
Well, the reason it buffers is because of switching. So as long as we pick one and let it stay, it should be fine.
Well, here we go. Let's do this.
Yeah, let's...
Oh, and shout out to Nick Velasquez. Oh, what?
1 second, viewers.
All right.
Make sure you turn the volume down. What I was going to say is...
Hold on, guys. It's taking a little forever. A little forever. Not forever. It's going to take a while, so just bear with us. All right.
You hear that in your headphones?
No, I can't. See, it's buffering. I can hear it a little bit. Play it again.
Now, who's in this movie, by the way? Who's your main cast?
There's me. There's Jahaira Abanto, Nick Velasquez, Nehemiah Calabriznu. There's also Adam Oliver, Dan Almond, Veronica Soikova, Mercedes Gutierrez, and last but not least, I believe, Austin Janowski. And a bunch of extras.
Had to figure out where the extension thing was, so I'm able to switch the thing.
Hopefully I don't hear the film.
Hang on.
Okay.
Be patient.
I can hear it.
I think we should put it up. I think we should put it 480 because it's going to be a little bit better for streaming purpose.
Okay.
All right. Everything else looks good, good.
Sadly, the film will not be in 1080p on this video, but if you watch the movie, it will be in 1080p.
We're going to provide the link in the description for the podcast.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I will say is in the whole beginning here is I do like the entry music.
Really, thanks, man. This was a song by Die Alps, and I think it's called Dwight. Maybe I think it's a different song, but yeah, it's probably Dwight or Battles. But Die Alps is a pretty good band. One of my favorite bands. They're a local area. They live in Tampa.
I was just making sure the thing isn't lagging.
Yeah.
Looks good.
It's a local band area in Tampa. Connie is the lead singer of the band. She's from Germany, Austria. She is fantastic. She is so sweet. We met on the set of a film called Hangman, and then she was telling me that she does music. And she told me that I could use her songs.
She's the second person you met on the film with Hangman, because Nick was on Hangman too, right?
Nick was not on Hangman.
Oh, he's not. Sean was on Hangman.
Sean Gloria, yeah.
Okay.
I've never talked to him. I've never met him, but I've seen him on set.
Okay.
That's the funny thing.
I'm sure we can get him on the podcast.
I did see him on a DirecTV commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I know that guy.
Yeah, I was like, wait, who the fuck is this dude? I'm dead ass. But I was really glad that she gave me permission to use the music for free. It was great.
So that's an original song.
Yeah, Die Alps is an indie band, and I've always wanted indie. This is an indie film. I've always wanted indie, and her songs are beautiful. They're the perfect choice for the film, as well as my drama teacher. You'll see. You'll see.
You guys do a lot of weird. Was I not supposed to be? What?
This was the first day of filming.
My own perspective on you
We
guys.
were there for like an hour or two.
I wonder why it's doing that. That's not normal. Let me see if I can.
As I was saying, after you guys decided to just bail on me or whatever, I decided to just, look around.
It's still doing
Make
it.
a few friends, look at the art gallery.
It's not buffering, because you see this?
Yeah.
But until
Okay, we'll try one more
girl.
thing. Just take it down 30, 360. Is this painful for you?
A little bit, because it's buffering a lot.
No, I mean watching it in 360 instead of your 10p 1080.
Yeah.
not a lesbian. She's not a lesbian. And yes,
It's not. It's definitely not the quality of the video. It's something else. I don't know what.
Well, if it keeps happening, we could just do the questions of the film.
Well, I don't know why it's doing that, because it was working fine when I tested it last night.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe let me take this off the other screen. Maybe that'll help.
We're going back on commercial break.
No, we're not. We're staying our asses right here. I'm not going to do that.
Oh, fuck, man.
All right. Let's see if this works.
Joking.
her name is Natalie Jones.
Yeah, it's still doing it, man.
Hang on. Maybe, hang on. 1 second. Stop. Don't do that. That's loud.
Really?
Yeah, that's loud. You can hear it in your headphones. You're going to hear it louder.
It did not hurt my ears.
I know. The mic is connected right to the table, though. Hang on 1 second. Let's leave that. Still streaming. Okay, now let's try it.
Sounds like I thought. She's not any of those things. I am telling you the truth. I promise you, she's none of the things. She is a beautiful straight
better.
girl with beautiful eyes.
All right, so what were you saying about the scene?
A
This was
personality
the
full of
first day of filming. We shot this with Irvin did the camera work for it. While I did some of it because it was pretty difficult. We should have had a monitor. We could have.
A monitor for the for
Yeah.
the highlights and lows.
But we had it, but we didn't have. I was unprepared. But
Like, I knew it wasn't me because like I have a thing for it. Like,
that was the best day of
Okay.
filming.
Listen.
I like the
Natalie
foreshot.
is not a lesbian, and Natalie is not a slut. Natalie is very different once you get to meet her. I promise. She's very beautiful. Okay?
I like that guy too.
Marry her.
Nehemiah,
Who is that?
No,
Nehemiah Kilbrister.
but I'm taking my time.
See, he was doing an accent, right?
Yes.
It's not his real accent.
No.
Okay, I like that. I like that he was doing an accent. It was good. Whose idea was it? Whose idea
He
was
doing
the
it. It was his idea. It was actually my idea.
Oh, okay. So I like the foreshot. I like the whole four friends thing. That's cool. Bring up my notes on the issue.
This song was made by my drama teacher,
I love this song. I love the music.
Mr. Petard.
From Hillsborough High School?
How did you know?
He was my drama teacher.
You went to Hillsborough.
I did.
I went to Hillsborough too, man.
I didn't know he made music.
You,
I did not know that.
he was in a band for like, I believe, 20 years.
I never heard that. So basically, I love this shot here.
Yeah,
So now you're basically going back and forth through time. Basically, you're telling this story from the future, and then you're going back to certain parts when the romance story started, right?
I think what I'm doing is that it's basically opening up where he ends up now.
Yes. So you
So,
open
yeah.
the film with where he is now.
Yeah.
All right. Now,
And
one thing is he did look the same. So it was a little bit. One thing I will say, it was I felt like I understood when you were switching time, but visually it was a little bit hard to distinguish, except for sometimes he was shaven.
That's a really good point. I think the whole point is that for Tom trims his hair quite frequently.
I like these shots, by the way.
Yeah, there was a little bit of continuity.
You know,
You'll see like the door,
Yeah.
like the windows were supposed to be closed. Maybe I was wanted to throw the idea that he just quickly closed it and then hit the door, but there's no way you're gonna time that.
well, I just like the composition of that shot. It's
That-
a very nice shot, and I love the one at night too, where he's lit by the TV light.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
I know.
That was
but
my shot right
I'm
there.
on my way home from work, and I thought we could talk.
Okay. What do you need?
Tom, you look like you haven't slept in a week.
So now the blinds are closed. They should be closed, but
Well,
continuity.
regardless, I'm worried about you, and I know I'm not the only one. I mean, after what happened to Natalie, I'm concerned.
your concern is unwarranted.
Contact Dr. Fisher. He's helped this family
That
out
editing.
before, and I think he'll
Perfect.
help you.
That scene right there. Perfect editing. Perfect audio.
I will
I gotta go
say,
home, but promise me you'll call him.
Yeah.
See right there, like the editing right there is perfect.
seeing if I can take some of that hiss out of that signal. So I like this shot too. And I will say the shots leading into the scene where it's the hallway, I like those too, and I like the fact that it helped the pacing. One thing I
Yeah.
felt like was good in this movie was the pace. Like I noticed that from the very, very beginning. The very, very beginning of the film, I felt like it was paced very confidently. You weren't rushing. It was good, and you were using these establishing shots of the city and stuff like that. So that I appreciate that, and I love when people do that for their opening shots.
I think that's what we do, and I think the reason why I put the art gallery at the same time is because I don't want to like put that forward. That would like move up. That would like slow the film down. So I feel like it's sort of like we're slowly time looping to it.
Yeah.
Like it's like looping to that event.
Yeah.
So we're latching to the past now,
Right.
to
Now,
how they meet, and that's like it's like a little chapter 1 tagline: the meet.
yeah.
I was gonna put the greet.
Now I do want to point out that now just a note, we've had one emotional scene where Tom shows an emotion in the mirror where he starts crying, and now we're going back in time to the meet. It's at the art gallery.
Matt right here, Matt Jones is a great actor, and he's great. Like he's just cool, man. He's a cool dude.
He is good, but the audio here is terrible. And this is basically from the camera audio, right? The onboard mic. Okay.
correct.
So obviously you need a boom in that room and to hear him, but he's a very confident actor because you see how he's not rushing. See how he's focused on you, and then he looks down to show thought.
So I will explain this part here. Okay, so when Tom and Natalie meet, they met about, and I know how continuity is because look, I shaved, and then that beginning of the film, I finally met the girl.
Yeah.
I would say that was about like a month, 2 months ago.
Right.
That's how they met 2 months ago, and then that scene in the opening was a month after. So I would say that in months, if I were to say this, the film takes place on a same year, 2018. I would say that the film took place in February, and I would say that is April 2018, and then.
So in the past here, this is where he's meeting the girl. He is clean shaven, and in the future scene, the present day, where we saw that in the beginning of the film, he had some facial hair. So that's kind of we're distinguishing so far right now. So
Yeah.
I think it's visually it makes sense.
And he had to he started to grow some facial hair because they've been together. They've been hanging out for like 3 months. And
Any comments? Any questions that are coming up, or just
no, I just got a text.
Oh, okay.
Thank God the phone did not ring during the shit.
Also, I will say I love this shot because look how long it is. I like it because it's showing that interaction between all four actors. It is a very long shot. The audio is terrible. I can hear what they're saying, but I like basically everyone's performance in this.
Right. We've worked together.
But as you can hear, the
Yeah.
audio isn't focused on any one actor. It's just kind of just there in the environment.
Yeah, Abigail in the film. Stephanie Curves. I've worked with her again in The Chosen Woman.
Stephanie is
Right here, the girl right there, the girl in the middle who I was talking to in that shot. We worked together on a film called Dirty Riches by Diego Bascalet. Great filmmaker.
okay. Here's her
This
love
is
interest.
where we get to the encounter.
What's the girl's name again? So Tom is about to meet the boy meets girl scene is about to hit its stride. So Tom is about to meet what's her name? Natalie.
Yes, Natalie Jones.
And what was his sister's name again? Amy?
Amy Stevens.
Okay, Amy Stevens. This is Tom Stevens. His sister is Amy Stevens. That's who we saw earlier.
Maverick, man. Maverick's cool. He's cool.
Who just left the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked very believable.
Please.
As just the art guy. Just there watching, looking at art.
Look, I've been admiring the art. They're fantastic.
That right there, because when I looked at I wanted to work on that a lot more with my eye. When I'm looking at her, it's like I'm looking at something else and then back. That I hate
Put yourself
so
out
much.
there, or no one will see it.
I like the cinematography. I like the lighting.
Paul Rivera, man.
If I don't put
He
my
did
work
this
out
one.
there, no one
Some of the shots were done by me because Paul's, he wasn't available on the entire shoot.
Right.
So we shot this for about 3 months, and he wasn't available for all the days prior to the shoot, but the days that he was available, he shot that scene. Okay, so yeah, he shot that scene.
Mm-hmm.
Jahira's so great. Like, I would love to work with her again. She's so amazing.
Jahira plays Natalie there.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was done by me.
Yeah.
I actually just put the camera right there.
It's a good shot.
Yeah. Some of the shots, most of the shots were me because I just set the shots on the. I set it there. I framed it, and I kind of
Just left the camera there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. You've got a good eye, as not just as a, as a cinematographer yourself.
See,
that shot was you too.
Yep.
Good shot.
See, I like the shots
Very
right
good
here.
composition.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Who's that?
Maya
Mm-hmm.
and Madison Wyeth.
Okay.
Yeah, I understand.
They have the same last name?
Sorry for your
Yeah.
Oh, they're
I
sisters?
understand that Natalie
No,
is
they're
a
not.
good,
Oh, okay.
Kind girl. You can always contact me.
Yeah, that's fine, I guess.
Man, you need an audio guy.
Yeah.
It's okay though.
In the original scene, I kind of wanted to have like a little bit of a kiss on the cheek, but I felt like maybe I wanted because
Okay,
Tom's
now-
character is so fucking handsome, and it's like he should be getting the girls, but I feel like it wouldn't make any sense.
Okay, I'm gonna give you credit for you have good timing for cuts too. Like when the scene ends, you cut to the next one, and it feels like the perfect moment.
Austin Janowski, man, he is fucking awesome.
So that's Austin right here.
Yeah, he is known for Dawn of the Dead.
I've seen he's in the movie. Dawn of the Dead.
Not the Zack Snyder film, but he
Oh,
has.
okay.
He's in a show called Dawn and the Dead.
Oh, okay.
By Rick Danford.
Oh, okay. Now I will say, I saw that 180 mess up there.
Fuck it. Have you ever heard of the cinematographer Philippe Roselot?
These are good shots, though. I
Yeah.
will say I love the composition and lighting.
Have you ever seen? Okay, if you've seen the movie The Nice Guys, you know they break the 180. Like in a 2:35 ratio, you know their faces are like on that side or that side. And who cares? Some films I've seen with the cinematography, they always break the 180.
If they have a reason, I think that's fine. But if they don't, I think it's like there's no reason to do it.
Right, understandable.
You know.
Look, listen, you are one of my best employees. Okay, you're hardworking. You always come early, especially when there's work, that comes in. So you take your time.
We shot this in one
as
day.
much as you need, and then when you're feeling better, when you're feeling really good, then you can come on back.
I love the lighting,
Don't
man.
worry, your position will be here when you come.
I like his hair.
Don't worry about
This
that.
is present day, so you can see the hair on his face and everything. I like his hair. I like the lighting.
You worry about it.
I like the dark room that they're in. I like this transitional shot there.
That was me. That shot was me.
It's a good shot.
Yeah, Paul wasn't there with me at the hotel, so I was there all alone, and I paid $90 to stay in.
See that there is an okay time to break the 180. You did go into a close-up from there.
Yeah.
So we didn't get an emotional reaction there, which is fine. Here we are at the date scene.
This was the hardest one. That was the last day of filming.
Yeah.
Hey y'all, welcome to Independent
Who's
Bar
this?
Cafe. I'm
Savannah West.
Savannah West.
What'll it be?
Well, I'll have the pepperoni pizza along with salad and chicken.
So he is clean shaven again. So now we know we're back in the past.
And for you, let's make a grilled chicken sandwich.
See, the audio right here, it got a lot worse because of, we didn't pay to,
Close the whole place down.
yeah. So we just did it with the people in general, and that was fine.
We were in well, if I was rich, we'll be in a much better
A little
place.
more light would help, but I don't hate the lighting. I don't hate it. I hate
I shot that. The camera was me and Booker.
See, he needs light, but I don't hate the whole. I don't hate the environment. I don't hate the location. I like the location actually. The audio, obviously. Well, there's no need to beat a dead horse there. She is quite pretty. If you're gonna do a romance, one of the things that people do, obviously, is find the most beautiful people that they can to make sure that the audience can just get it. Like, here's one reason why this character is willing to go through all the things they go through the film for this woman, you know?
Yeah. I mean, we were supposed to get this done by 8, like from 6 to 8 or 7 to 9, and then the people got louder, which, you know, that's the thing I don't like, is that when people get a lot louder in the place, it makes it much more complicated, and it makes us prolong the shoot.
Yeah.
Because we want to get everything done.
But they're just customers.
Exactly.
They're not in the movie, so it's like at the later it gets, more people show up at restaurants.
And it gets more difficult.
Yeah.
So I think it would have been great, you know, if
Somebody had a lavalier.
yeah. There could have been like at least a basement, like at least like an attic. Maybe an attic upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
But this place did not have an attic. And but we shot it at the Independent Bar and Cafe, a place in Seminole Heights across from Hillsborough. Great people, though. I really appreciate the people for letting us shoot.
Anytime a business will let you shoot, especially when they're doing business hours, is great, because it gives you it gives you location. It also gives you background actors who don't even know they're in the movie, if you're doing it right. Now, I will say what is a little confusing about this scene is I get the impression in the beginning they're on their first date, but then at the end of the scene, he's asking if she wants to move in with him. Is that right?
Yeah, Tom is one of those characters that is just so quick.
Sporadic.
Yeah, I would say that word if that's what you want to say. If that's what you want to call it, then I guess he's sporadic. He's very in the mood when it comes to meeting a woman. Once they're in love, they're in love. He just quickly goes to it.
Yeah. Did she ask him if he was falling in love with her at the end of the scene?
Yes.
Okay, that was the line there. So that kind of makes you feel like you do crazy things when you're in love, right? And here it's kind of like it's like love at first sight, or he's really in love with her. So that would then start to make a little more sense. Mm-hmm. Is that what you imagined when you wrote that scene?
Yes.
Did that scene play out the way that you wrote it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Minus the audio.
You know what's funny? Is I do my laundry at this laundromat. It's right around the corner from here.
We shot this on the same day too, the first day of filming.
Dude, this is right up the street. It's hilarious because I saw this. I was like, that looks like my laundromat. And then I saw the other shots. I was like, that's definitely my laundromat.
Really?
It's from a while ago because they don't have those white ones anymore. But it's like when I saw that, I was like, yeah, that's 100% my laundromat. And I've thought about shooting things there so many times because it's a 24/7 laundromat.
Well, yeah, you can shoot in there actually.
You guys asked for permission?
No, we just went right in and did it.
Yeah.
There was nobody in there.
Yeah, there's nobody there. This guy.
My problem is that my friend is being offered help from the people he truly cares about, and he is spitting at their faces, shaking his head.
What he's doing is extremely difficult.
Shaking your head.
Because that's a very specific accent.
Fucking Irvin, what is he doing in the background?
He's with you guys, right?
Yep.
Okay. That's cool. He's on his phone.
A man gives you help, you take it. I understand. You've been through so much in your life.
But he's very loud as somebody wearing red right in the corner of your shot.
To take our advice. Get some help.
Usually,
It's not that hard.
if you want somebody to be a part of the scene, they kind of blend in with the scene. So if he had like a muted color, like a white or taupe, or like just some less loud color on, it would help him blend in better.
Of course.
That way these guys stand out more.
This movie would have been rated R if this was going through the MPAA rating.
Shout out to Charles, man. He did a great job in this film too. Like, I liked his character. And then shout out to Nick. He told me he was playing a gay character. He did it very well, believably. He colored his hair and everything. Not that that's a gay thing to do, but it's commitment. All right. Again, a good time to cut. I like that you use the establishing shot.
This was not in the script. We just did it.
You just did this because
Yeah.
I just felt like you should have it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Dean.
Yeah, that was in the script.
Listen, I know you're busy, bro. I got an opportunity for you.
Oh, God.
I got this friend that's trying to put together a movie. Thing is, they need a writer.
No.
No, Tom, it'll be fine.
I said no.
Tom, listen. I know.
Dean, fuck off, okay? I told you, I don't write anymore, you stupid goddamn son of a bitch.
It's a little bit harsh.
Because I'm going through a lot.
He is.
Yeah. Well, funny fact is that actually wasn't the script. This, you'll see. Yeah, that was shot in my backyard.
Tough location, brother. Tough
Yeah.
location there.
Because we wanted an actual therapist. Like, we wanted to shoot in an actual room, but...
That's a tough location. That doesn't look like a therapy. That looks like somebody coming there for a crime. It does.
But my mom...
Look at the windows.
Here's the thing. My mom set this location... Like, she actually made it look like a real therapy room.
Good effort.
So she is the production designer of this film.
Thank you.
Oh, my God.
And then you got
Steven.
people in here.
We got Steven.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Shout out to Steven. Who's that? Who's this?
Julio.
Julio. Who else is in this shot? Who are those two girls there?
Brooke and Danielle, or...
Oh, you forgot Danielle's name? Shout out to Brooke. Shout out to Danielle, if that is actually her name.
Think
And
so,
who's
yeah.
this behind the computer?
Tiara Sanders.
All right, now here's my only issue with this typing part here. There's no light coming from the screen.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm saying?
I wanted to put it entirely on the keyboards.
Come in.
You gotta have, see, the damn computer's not even on.
Yeah, you see what I mean? He's a stupid therapist.
I got that immediately. I didn't know if you were doing that on purpose or if he was just not giving a great performance of a
It
therapist.
was on purpose because he's just being a stupid therapist.
Well, it could work because if you're in a location that's not legit, then all of a sudden you expect the people
Yeah.
who work there to not be legit too.
Well, this is Adam Oliver. He's the guy that is in every movie I make. He plays the Penguin in JLA United.
All right, shout out to Adam. Shout out to Adam.
Let's watch this good scene here because I have nothing to say about the commentary for this one.
Again, I was gonna say
Wait, what were you gonna say?
the pool shot I thought was a transition.
Yeah. Well, here we go.
Babe, home.
Okay, so we cut back to the past.
Natalie.
Probably you want more to distinguish the past from the present than just.
Natalie.
By the way,
I had to take off. That's why I took off the headphones.
aggressive with the screeching thing, bro. You're supposed to ease in, but not go past a certain dB, and then ease out. That shit was aggressive.
Yeah. This is it. This is right here.
I see her on the fucking floor, man. On the fucking floor. So we took her to New York. For God's sake, I nearly fucking fainted. Cancer. Fucking cancer, man.
I was smiling a little bit because Adam was right there. He was cracking up.
I was wondering if you were laughing.
I was actually crying, right? Not, I was fake crying for that one. Not for. I was actually fake crying in that scene.
She was my fucking wife. She fucking was my fucking wife. She was my fucking wife.
Now imagine sitting in the lobby hearing that. You might have. So this might have been a good chance to cut back to the lobby to get a reaction shot.
Yeah.
But it was I like the lines.
Hold it in, so letting it out. I know it's painful, but this is necessary pain.
Adam is doing an excellent job playing a bad therapist.
All right.
Cope a little better.
Look at him. Look at his body language. Like if therapists focus on body language, even that's wrong. He's not supposed to close himself off from the
Right.
patient. He's not supposed to cross his hands like that.
But that's the whole point. Like there's supposed to be some heartbroken moments too. A therapist just doubting him.
Would she consider that betrayal?
It's kind of fucked up.
Is it right there what he just said?
Because he's basically asking, do you think she cheated, right? When he says, would she consider it betrayal? Why would she not consider it betrayal? Unless she thought it was just payback.
Right.
You know? So I would have. Was that what you meant when you wrote that?
I didn't wrote the script.
Huh?
I wrote like the first draft of the script.
Uh-huh.
And then my buddy Ron Hand, who doesn't live it, he's not local. He lives in I think Pittsburgh. He did the final draft of the script.
Oh, okay.
Some of the scenes that were not in the script, like this one right here. Let's see.
So this is where he takes the job.
Not that one. Some parts of some of them that were like, you know,
Hey, Dean.
the
I'm sorry about my attitude earlier. I'm just a bit angry. Anyways, what's the name of the guy that you said that was making a movie?
So I like the cut from there because we get what just happened there. Establishing shot. Back at the hotel.
Yeah, Dean.
I dig the
I talked to
composition.
Montgomery, and she's willing to give you a shot if you can deliver her a story.
Yeah, but I haven't written a word yet.
And you're the best writer I know, and that is a fact. I've got faith in you, man.
What's his
I
name
gotta
again?
get some rest.
Dan Allman.
Dan Allman. And he was at the gallery too, right? That's the same guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was
The guy from the gallery.
I was starting to get worried. It's like, wait, is that not the same guy?
Mr. Stevens?
Okay, I like
Yeah, it's me.
some stuff about this here.
How are you today? I'm Dr. Kennedy.
So like some of the lines,
Dr. Kennedy with some tattoos here.
some of the lines we did was improv. We just improv it.
We're adults here, kind of
Improvisation.
Okay, now her eye line
multiple tests on her.
is your 180 thing again.
How is this freaking 180?
We even did an MRI.
She clearly sat down on the right side of him
There's no easy way to
when
say
she
this.
came in.
Why is she supposed to be like on tilted like that?
Look, he's looking to the left and she's looking to who's to the left of them?
I'm not.
That's the 180. So what you can do though is you can flip this pretty easily. Just horizontal flip or vertical or horizontal flip, and it'll kind of help with the 180.
Yeah. So that was improv. That reaction right there was improv.
That's good.
Fuck. Shit.
Like the lines with the opening of the film was improv. I wrote some lines into that. That was not in the script. The opening, I just wrote that. So yeah, it is. I did write the script too, but the opening was improv. The scene when I'm yelling at him, at my therapist, it was part of it, but some lines were improv. So most of the times, like 95% of the script is mostly improv when we do the lines. When it comes to the film.
I think her performance is really good, actually. What's her name?
RJ Widmeyer?
RJ, what's her last name?
Widmeyer or Widmeyer?
Whitmire. RJ Whitmire, shout out to you for your performances. She's the doctor. She's not the nurse.
We've
right?
worked together on another film called, it was called Mop Stress Inc., which is a film that we did together for one scene. I was a mechanic, and I threw a knife at her,
Oh, wow.
and she put a knife like actually on my face, and fucking scared me.
This is good cinematography, but shout out for real to RJ, because like, I'm serious.
A doctor
did a good
with
job.
tattoos is really rare.
Well, forget the tattoos. I just felt like her tone was right.
Yeah.
It felt like she was a medical professional of some kind.
I'm gonna go make us some breakfast. How about that?
So I also want to note that we got an emotional reaction in that last scene. You're gonna notice a theme here with me referencing all these emotional reactions from Tom.
Yeah.
All right, we're in the past again.
All of the hotel scenes were done in one day.
Then we'll go see.
That's good. Makes sense.
Yeah. Except for,
Why is he
the
living in a
opening.
hotel, by the way?
I love you so much, Tom.
Because they're struggling
Baby, what's wrong?
to find another house, so
Oh, okay.
that's
I just.
Hotels are fucking expensive, bro.
I feel like.
No, this was
anything
$90.
matters.
No, I mean, if you're gonna pay $90
What are you trying
every
to
night,
say?
it's
Yeah.
expensive.
I would have shot it in a beautiful one. I would have shot it in an actual good hotel, like in downtown,
And you don't deserve the big.
like Hotel Floridian.
What are you trying to say? That you want to die?
Because this one had roaches, and this was a little dirty. The air conditioning was like off and on at times, and my nose was constantly bleeding.
I love the way it looks though on film.
Yeah.
This is a nice hotel. It has character. The lighting is cool. I like the color of the walls. Like it's a nice hotel in terms of a location.
Yeah.
It has character.
Well, hey, I appreciate it.
So you picked a good one, but maybe you don't want to actually live there.
No, next time I think we're gonna look for another house because I'm tired of shooting things almost at my house. And sometimes, when we have a house that we are about to use, it fucking like changes up at the last minute because of some stupid thing that's happening.
Now she's sick in this because she on like some kind of treatment, like chemo, radiology, something.
They're doing
like that.
chemo, so
Okay.
basically she's going through chemotherapy, and they're doing the best they can to.
Did you
shrink
ask her to
down
cut her
tumor.
hair?
Oh, I did, and she said no.
You asked her to cut her.
I don't want her to. I was gonna buy a wig for her too.
Like a bald wig.
The one, the pink hair with that Natalie Portman uses in Closer. Yeah.
So what I was gonna say is, I realize that's probably, an actress doesn't want to cut their hair. What she probably could have done though, to like just to show the difference, is she could have had her hair straightened for a certain portion of the movie when she was healthy.
This is my favorite scene. This was not in the script.
Well,
This was improv.
classified as suicidal.
Okay, and who's that, by the way? Who's that actor?
Booker.
Booker is good, man. I just want to say he has a really good line at the end of the scene.
You'll see. Who are they, and why are they so strict about it?
Well, I don't know. They just seem to have training that recognizes certain behaviors such as throat slitting and
Throat slitting.
cutting, hanging. Typically suicidal behaviors.
You know what? Nobody's ever asked me why I do it. Y'all don't ever question.
Hang on a sec. I'm very sorry.
Yeah, this is terrible.
He's
Hello?
a shitty
Hey,
therapist.
Dr. Fisher, did I
That was not improv.
bother you?
Actually, yeah, that was.
What's going on?
It's going really well.
Yeah, now I shaved.
So
I thought about what you said. I thought about it very carefully. I'm ready to move on.
All right.
what he's saying here made me feel like he was calling to let him know he was committing suicide.
That's what I wanted people to think.
Years old. There's a lot of shit I want to do with my life.
But why
And
would I
don't
shave?
wanna
But if I
stay-
shaved, that would mean I'm committing suicide.
Well, the shaving was a little confusing because it felt like you were going back to the past, but we know the doctor's in the future. So that was
Yeah.
only a little confusing, but it's just the way that
See my sister, tell her
he was talking. If you see my sister, I'm ready to move on.
sorry that
I'm very
I shut
sorry.
myself
Yeah.
away from
Goodbye.
my friends.
It all sounds like a suicide.
But then something changes.
Well, I realized that because he said I want to move on with my I'm ready to do something with my life. I was like, that still can fit suicide. Like if he wants to give his death purpose, if he chooses how he dies or something like that. But it sounded so much like a suicide.
Just watch this scene. This one's pretty cool.
Why not?
I want to hear Booker's
Best
line.
therapist I've ever
Yeah, that's
had.
all I want to wait for.
Then you know what else you did? You had what's her name walk up in black.
All right, I'm very sorry for interrupting you. Going to get back to that. What were you saying?
Yeah, so can I get a new therapist? Because obviously you're shit at your job.
Shout out to Booker. Yeah, so then you have. So this basically becomes the new love interest, but you have her walk up wearing black, which made me feel like she's like a metaphor for death, which also was like, is he gonna kill himself? Yeah, is he gonna like walk into the ocean?
I love
She
her.
also walked from 2 different directions.
Yeah, camera. Sorry.
Oh, you have no respect for your 180 rule.
Fuck 180. Veronica Stoikova is
Nothing like
brilliant.
that. He has a lot of respect.
She is good, man.
I love her accent too. And that's actually her voice. That's actually her real accent. She's from Bulgaria.
She sounds like she's from Bulgaria.
We actually came to reshoot it though because we had like bad audio. The audio went off, and so the battery died. So we came back and we redid it.
Good for her.
Maybe we do a film about a little girl that's trying to find her way to Paris and, trouble ensues.
Maybe that's a metaphor for death, trying to tell you to move on. We got to, a death. Hey, we got it covered. I think that's why you may think that's a metaphor.
No, she walked up in black after he was saying all that stuff and made me think 1 + 1 = 2. It sounded like you could legit go into a suicide thing.
Or maybe she just came up and say, hey, Natalie's in a safe place. I'm your new girl now.
I'm just saying, if you watch that scene...
That scene here is definitely a dream.
This right here?
Yes.
It does not look like a dream. This is very good, by the way. Good location, good cinematography. Obviously,
Natalie.
from their dialogue, you can tell she's dead. She's gone.
To be honest, I've been just
The reason why there were some scenes where I wanted to add Natalie in it is because I really did not want anyone. I don't want Natalie to have a small role. I really wanted her to have like limited amount of screen time as Tom.
Well, she has a huge role.
Exactly.
Storytelling wise, she has a huge role. She's the romance. She's the person that's been lost.
And in the script containing it, when I saw the final draft, it's like there wasn't enough Natalie, so I kind of put mild script ideas into it, and I shoved it all together. It makes sense because I didn't want Natalie to be a small portion of the movie, even though she's a big portion of the film. That's his deceased wife.
Mm-hmm.
Paul did not shoot this one. Like I said, he was only there for 1 day. That's because he had work.
Right.
And so, he was making a lot of money, man, and plus he lives in my house, so, it's like rent money and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But in all honesty, I'm really glad that Paul actually did something. At least he came out and did the shots.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good thing.
Yeah, he did some good work.
This scene was very difficult.
Credit to you again continuously for having good cuts, good transitions.
Now, here's the wedding scene. This was very difficult. It wasn't supposed to be him she was marrying to. It was supposed to be his wedding.
Whose wedding?
Adam. My sister was not supposed to marry him. She was supposed to marry him. And they were actually supposed to kiss for real. But unfortunately, this is what happened. And I don't want to say this, but I'm going to have to. She didn't want to kiss him.
Okay. Him specifically?
Yeah.
He made her uncomfortable?
Just because he's ugly.
That's fucked up. That's not why. That's not why.
Well, because it wasn't a big budget movie.
Well, I mean, a peck? Really? Nah. I'll say I like her performance, by the way. She's pretty too.
Her performance is absolutely great. But I didn't appreciate that. That's all. But we work with what we got.
Yeah.
But that wasn't supposed to be the original idea of that scene.
Yeah, did she know ahead of time who was playing the role? She
knew, and
kind of changed her mind.
Yeah.
Did she say that it was because he's not attractive to her?
Well, that's what she is saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did she just kind of look around? Hey, Anthony, can I talk to you for a second?
No, she just messaged me and told me that.
Can you find someone else to kiss that I can kiss? Is what she said, something like that.
No, she just said she doesn't feel comfortable doing it. When in the beginning she said she doesn't mind it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, don't do that. That's
not cool, right?
It's definitely not cool.
Yeah, if you agree to it, you agree to it.
Yeah.
But this was the best.
Other than that, good performance by
good
Mercedes is
performance.
her name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I recommend her.
Yeah. She you know, normally, man, she's so pretty. I thought she was the love interest in the very, very beginning, but then I realized that was his sister.
Yeah. Why would I kiss my sister?
Well, the audience doesn't know that yet. You know what I mean? They just assume the first pretty girl they see is going to be
I kind of had a chuckle when she kissed me in that scene. Because, fun fact, this was the first time I actually had a kiss scene.
Ever in a movie?
Yeah.
Okay. Was she down from the
I mean,
beginning?
she's an actress. You know, that's actor's commitment, which was good. It's very professional. It is smart in the industry. You got to have a commitment. If
She knew about the kiss beforehand, right?
yeah, she didn't tell me about it. She didn't question me about it. I didn't question her. It was like,
this is the job. Okay, I got it.
yeah,
Okay.
which was great. I'm really glad that actors are willing to make a commitment for it. That's professional.
I will say, what's her name again? Her who plays the new love interest? What's her name?
Veronica Stoykova.
Veronica. I feel like she's a good actress too. Like when she's got to convey that she loves Tom, right? I felt that, like the way that she was looking in the scene at him, it was believable, and it wasn't too much. Like she didn't look like she was really even trying hard. She was just there. It's like,
Right.
Of course, I'm with him. Like it's like it was
Yeah,
just
and
so believable.
you can see I cut my hair and all that because I'm
Yeah.
moving on now.
Yeah, but you're still wearing black is the only thing.
I love black.
Well, I would just say that the dark colors kind of convey darkness, and if that doesn't change, then clap. And I love this music again.
That was a really quick movie. I wanted to make it like an hour and 30 minutes.
Bro, that was a 48-minute movie.
It's good enough for me.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Who did the song?
Same band.
Same band.
Die Alps.
It's good. Jeffrey Petard. I saw his credit. Shout out to Jeffrey Petard if you see me and recognize me. He's a student, graduated 2007.
Mr. Petard. He's retiring.
Yeah, he's still at it though.
Yeah,
he hasn't retired yet.
I'm mad that he's retiring.
It's all right, man.
Mad. I love Mr. Petard. He is one of my he's my favorite teacher of high school. Like out of all the other teachers, he was my favorite teacher.
It was between him and Mr. Cassiano for me.
You know Mr. Cassiano?
Absolutely, man. Mr. Cassiano was interesting.
What about Mr. Della Portilla?
I know him. I just didn't have him.
Have you ever had Mr. Rumor?
Rumor?
Yeah, welding.
No, I didn't have him.
It was my top. If I were to put down my top 5 favorite teachers, it would be Mr. Petard, Mr. Rumor, Mr. Middleton, my U.S. history teacher, Miss Smith, my chemistry teacher. Mm-hmm. Even though I give her a hard time, she was so sweet. And last but not least, Let's see. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think very carefully. All right. So don't interrupt me. Let me think. Mr. Singleton.
Mr. Singleton.
My credit recovery teacher who helped me, get all my shit together.
Okay. Shout out to Mr. Singleton.
Yeah.
So overall, my thoughts on this movie were, as I wrote them last night, I felt like throughout the whole movie, you had a really good sense of pace. Like, I didn't feel like the movie was rushed, which is actually a common problem. I felt like it was paced confidently. And when I say that, it just means like it just felt like you weren't rushing things. You were giving things enough time for you to see what's happening in the story, but then you would actually move on. Like you didn't rush, but you didn't linger in shit too, which is also can be an issue. You seem to have a natural talent for cuts and transitions. So it felt like you cut right at the right time. You cut to a shot that conveyed the right thing. It served the purpose often of being an establishing shot of the location that you were going to be at, but also the mood of that location too. I did feel like, let me see here. There was not enough investment in the love scenes. So the scenes where we actually saw Tom and her together, which you can go about that a lot of different ways, but I did feel like that needed some work.
Yes, I wanted more. That wasn't in the script.
But sometimes it's okay to be minimal with that. Because it's like that's the goals of the movie. Like that's like you don't want to give too much of that away a lot.
That's the thing.
You kind of want to build up to it.
I really wanted to add a little more to it, like wedding footage.
That's okay.
Like a funeral. But then that would be a little too much.
It would be a lot. It would be a lot too much because you know why? One other thing is there was not enough building up to the emotional reactions. You just kind of handed them over a lot of times. So when I kept saying we got an emotional reaction in that scene, we got an emotional reaction in that scene, there begins to be this thing in storytelling, kind of technical term called the law of diminishing returns, where when you do something one time, you get a reaction. You do it twice in a row, like say if you go from a sad scene and the very next scene is also sad, you get half the reaction you got the first time. If you go from one sad scene to another sad scene to another sad scene 3 times in a row, what happens? You get the opposite reaction. You'll have people laughing at that point. Now you didn't never get to that point, but what I do feel like was, yeah, I see this guy is sad. I don't think we needed to see him cry in the very, very beginning. We just need to know he was sad. I kind of feel like that emotion, you probably should have saved it for a later part of the movie to where you can build up to where he actually releases. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. I see your point. We could have that would have been
because I got it, but I didn't feel it yet. Like I was like, I understand why he's sad. He obviously lost somebody important, but I haven't gone through the experience of him of I don't even know the person that he's crying about yet. So
I can see your point about that. I agree with you. Yeah, that's actually a really good point.
I got to experience Natalie's being there first, and then I'll care.
I actually can see your point where you're coming from, because you want to see, you want to save all of that emotion for the end, and that would make a lot of sense. I can see why it wouldn't make sense, and I agree. I don't think that portion of that scene did not add up, at the right time. It was the wrong time to do it.
Yeah, it's just because I couldn't, even though I wanted to, I couldn't feel it yet because it's like I didn't know who Natalie was.
I would have replaced it with an alternative scene when Tom faints to the ground, and then he's like, he's having like a nervous attack. He's having like a little bit of a panic attack because he lost someone, and then it's like he rests in sadness, and then he wakes up, and then he gets a knock on a door, and it's his friend Daryl. Maybe I would have loved to see some friends from the past come into the present. Maybe they can knock on maybe one of them, they knock on the door. It's like, hey, are you okay? And then he says, hey, give me my medication. And then there you go. He's like, hey, don't you gotta get up for therapy? You gotta see a therapist. And then there you go. I would have added that. Maybe a little more to the movie, like that scene. That would have been perfect. But it is what it is.
It's not often that I say this, but probably most of the time, you give a young filmmaker more time to make a film, it doesn't turn out better. It turns out worse. And this is kind of why it's advised to make short films for young filmmakers, because they're not skilled yet at making films, period. So it's like, we know you're going to make a bad movie. Don't make us sit through a 2-hour bad movie. Make us sit through a 5-minute bad movie. In your particular case, I feel like because of the things that I feel like you're naturally good at, the understanding of pace, the understanding of when to cut, the understanding of a lot of the emotional stuff, I felt like you understood. In your case, giving you an extra 30 minutes or so might have made the film better. It probably would have made the film better.
30 minutes?
An extra 30 minutes. I kind of feel like, because what you were saying about the alternative scene, I felt like you would have seen the things that I'm talking about. Like, you probably were aware of some of it.
There were some things I wanted to add to the movie that would have made the movie a lot more A+. Like, a lot more, the perfect movie. Like, okay, I think this was not my perfect movie.
No, it's not a perfect movie.
This was my, a great film that I made. I made a really good film, but I don't think it's a perfect film.
it was actually good for a 43-minute or 48-minute film.
Yeah.
It was actually good. Most 48-minute films are not good. They're not at this level. You know what I mean?
And it's rare.
It is rare because of things like filmmakers not understanding the pace. You know what I mean? They rush through it, and it's like it's not a good long experience. Here, it seems like you understand the longer you understand how to make it better the longer the work is.
And if I was
you use it more.
If I was a critic, I would have given this an A-.
This shot here, I love this shot. This is like one of my favorite shots in the movie.
Really?
Yeah, and it's got the music overlay with it. This is like one of my favorite shots.
I love when I put that same shot right here. Right there. I think
maybe that's a little bit much.
That was the exact same shot I did.
Okay.
And that's my style. You know, if I see this shot is perfect, it's perfect.
Maybe that was a little bit much, but it was good. Like I felt like I understood what you were going for, the mood of the whole situation and the mood of these shots. You can't underestimate them.
I'm very cinematic and selective with my shots. I'm very aesthetic. That's the thing about me.
Yeah, it was pretty aesthetic. I liked it. Other than the window blown out there, the whole composition here was good.
I actually want to do a commentary on my next film, The Chosen Woman, and it's 20 minutes, but not in this one.
That one came out, right?
That's not out yet.
You haven't released it at all?
Not yet.
Anywhere?
That would be in January. Okay. I'm still putting in festivals.
Okay. So it's a release in festivals, but not online yet?
Not yet.
Oh, that's fine. That's
it
fine.
will be.
Yeah, come back on to discuss that one. But yeah, man.
Yeah, that one had we first premiered that at the Silver Screen for Short Films Festival, and I won that award for Audience Choice.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
With Chosen Women?
Yeah, that one fucking pissed off the audience.
Why did it piss off the audience?
Because the opening of that film was just the way we pictured Christian as an abuser.
Uh-huh.
It was graphic. It was not graphic, but it was very fucking disturbing.
So you had a rough intro
opening, yeah.
into the movie.
It was like a.
But why if it pissed off people, why did it win?
People loved it.
Oh, that's the reason they liked it.
They were pissed. They were like, we had two people in the theater going like, I'm gonna kill that motherfucker. I was on
triggered some people in there.
I was on the top of the seat, and I see two girls sitting down there, and they were my friends. I think it was my friends. They were saying, I'm gonna kill that motherfucker, and the main actor was sitting all the way over there, and
So they were talking about the actor, not you.
Not me. They were talking about the main actor.
That's good. That means it was done really well.
And I was looking at the actor all the way to the end. I was like, you better get the fuck out right now. You have a bunch of women gonna attack you.
That is.
The women love the fucking movie. It was insane.
That's good.
Yeah, we won the film of the year, film of the month, best film of the month, and it was fucking incredible. It was the first nomination and first win. How fucking awesome is that? So that means when it comes to T-Buff, it's gonna get more reception. It's gonna get more positive. It had strong, good feedback, and I can't wait for you to watch it because oh my god, I think you're in for a treat.
I can't wait to watch it either.
Hell's Gift, I think you are in for a treat, but I feel like you're gonna have some pacing issues right there because I did it on Sony Vegas Pro. I edit that on Final Cut, and when it comes to Sony Vegas, it's I don't feel that drive.
You feel better with Final Cut?
Final Cut is what made this, the editing good.
I love Final Cut, actually.
Yeah, so when you see it, but I think you'll appreciate the film. Hell's Gift is an hour and 20 minutes.
By the way, I'm Team Adobe. If anybody wonders, I use Adobe, but I appreciate the things that Final Cut does well.
Yeah,
it does a lot of things well.
But yeah,
I mean, throughout the film, one of the strong points is the cinematography for this movie. I love the cinematography. I love the color.
Oh, thanks.
I think the palette is a little bit, it could use a little more control, but I love the color. I love the lighting. You know what I mean? This isn't too dark. I know a lot of filmmakers or people who would say that the lighting is not right because it's not bright enough. But I feel like this is dark subject matter. This is like a dark time. I feel like a lot of times the lighting really served the story well. And then I felt like certain times it needed more control, like the manager scene where he's being told by his boss he needs to take some time off. There are times when you want the light there are ways that you want to use that light.
Right.
But overall, The locations are good. I love the cinematography. I love the music. I feel like I like this movie. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
There are some things, of course, technical. Like, did it have the right dialogue? The dialogue needed some work. The audio, of course, is not a strong part of this movie. It's a weak part of the movie. But you had a lot of strong parts of this movie. Parts that make it feel like a longer amount of time with this movie would make it better. So, and I don't often say that.
I would say this: go on Facebook and type "The Chosen Woman" because we're gonna show you a little trailer of the film.
You're gonna show a trailer?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
It's on Facebook. Go on Facebook. Get ready for this one. This one's gonna be.
Let me drag the thing over real quick.
We'll give you a little first look of the film.
Is it on your page, or just go to Chosen Woman?
Go to Chosen Woman. I just looked it up. Here. I would put Chosen Woman. Put that. Scroll. Yep. Go on the page.
Is it this one?
No, the third one.
Okay, this one.
Yeah, that one.
Both of those look like movies.
Well, this one's if it says like, but the username Chosen Woman movie, that's the official one. Go on videos and get ready for the trailer.
Okay, I'm gonna make this big on the other screen so the audience can see it.
Nice.
Are we getting any questions? I just want to make sure we're not
There is no
anyone.
questions.
Okay.
Other than hello.
Hello, whoever said that.
Hello back.
And okay, let's see here.
Wait. The username Chosen Woman movie, that's the official one. Go on videos.
Is that on yours?
Yeah. Here we go.
All right, here we go. This is Chosen Women, and playing now.
Yeah, we need the audio for this one. Start again?
Oh, you know what? It's not playing. Hang on 1 second. I know what I gotta do. I gotta change the name real quick.
Yeah, we had a lot of positive feedback from the audience.
Still can't hear anything. Let me refresh. We heard it for the damn movie.
Maybe that?
That's playing. That means this should be playing too.
All right, let's see.
I gotta fix this whole buzzing noise. It's supposed to we're supposed to hear something right there, right?
Yeah, pause it.
Let me make sure the audio thing is selected. It's selected. Hang on, I'll replay it. Let me just while it's playing. Let me try this.
Here we go.
Restart it.
Here we go.
Let's go full screen on this bitch.
2:35 ratio for this one.
Good intro. I like the sound. Back in here.
What was that?
Was that supposed to be on beat?
Yeah.
So it's a little off sync.
Yeah.
That's all right. I like it. It's a good trailer, actually. It's nice. I like your. I want to point out. I like your intro for Visions of Love too.
Really?
Yeah, man. I have trouble with intros myself. I just do the simple black with text. I don't even fucking try hard. I just go, you know what? I'm too pretentious for this. Because my skills aren't high. And when it comes to that, man, so I just go simple. I just focus mostly on the storytelling. Everything is so minimal. Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Everything's so minimal. But yeah, I like the intro. And I could tell the cinematography is probably going to be good in that too. But I like the color. Look at the color there. Now you do reveal your bad guy. So and when it feels like you should be building up to a reveal,
yeah,
you do show the bad guy.
Well,
but he's in the shadow.
Yeah.
But
I'm not in this movie actually.
Oh, that's okay. But
Yeah.
you see, I like it here because you can't really see him. You see him, but you can't see his face. So he's still not technically revealed yet. And then you still got the music. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
1 second. But now you see him. Which is still okay. But it's like when we get to the point where the music gets really, really dramatic, it feels like that's when there should be more of a reveal. Or coordination. But that's okay. Right here. Who's in this, by the way?
Christopher Applegate and his son Alan Applegate, Nicole Rossiter, Stephanie Curves, who plays, Susan's sister. She was in Visions of Love. There's Esmeralda Chapa, Bevan Woodruff, Jerry Z. Dragoon.
Dragoon?
Katira Marie, Dylan Howell, I believe, and that's about it. There should be more, but it's a 20-minute short film, so yeah, that's about it.
Well, can't wait to watch that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, this film has a unique look, and it's a good one. It feels good, and you know what? It's confident. You know what I'm saying? I don't see any real attempts to really focus too much on the lighting and the color of it all. But it's just kind of sitting with everything that it has, which is fine. And I love the performance. And
Really?
And you might think this is it feels handheld a little bit, but is this on a tripod?
Yes, Paul.
All right.
Yeah, Paul did that on a tripod.
So that's why it was such a long shot. But I would have let that be a long shot, even if it was
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
I love long shots. I get that inspiration from Woody Allen. Yeah, Woody Allen's one of my favorite filmmakers, and so despite all his history, but
we know what you speak.
Despite the same amount as Roman Polanski, but I really love the long shots.
Yeah,
and that's what makes that film great.
Well, longer shots is kind of a tradition of independent filmmaking.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because in big budget movies like that are just your typical studio movies, you don't see the character say they're gonna go to the store, get up, get their keys, walk to the store, go through their environment, go through their neighborhood, get to the store, buy whatever it is they're gonna buy, and then go back home. But in independent films, you see it. In a big budget movie, you just see him cut to this part where he goes into the store, right? But that's the strength of independent filmmaking, because I feel like you focus more on the realism of whatever your story is. And you focus on what that experience is. So that fits in with what you're doing, which is making an independent film.
Right.
But it feels right, man. With the volume off, the cinematography feels good.
Of course.
It's just the audio was needed a lot of help. I do see a tripod in the scene. But that's okay. You're at a gallery. Why there might be a tripod there. But that's okay. And then your performance is actually good, man.
Yeah, thank you.
As I look at, what you're doing here, I like the happy part of the movie where he meets, his romance, and they come together here, and this feels right. Your performance is working. It's good.
Well, I mean, that's all I got to say about this, guys. I mean, beyond that, I mean,
As soon as you get the compliments, that's all it came for.
Yeah, we really. Well, thank you guys again for watching another episode of the podcast. I mean, obviously, it was great, coming back here again, to talk about, movies. And again, this is the first time I did not bitch about anybody.
You bitched about somebody earlier, but we didn't get that. So we're going to let that stay out.
I don't know who I bitched about.
You remember?
Well, I mean, shit. All I bitched about was Bill Murray.
Oh, Bill Murray?
Yeah, that's the only. I only bitched about. I don't hate Bill Murray, but I was bitching about him.
Bill Murray.
I was bitching about him not getting that Oscar for that great film, but that's it. That's all I bitched about.
You were bitching in favor of Bill Murray, which is the only bitching about Bill Murray that we allow here.
Right, but no, actually, beyond that, like this is the first one where I did not talk about any issues on set, and I feel great. I feel happy, really.
Good.
I feel like I don't want to come here every once a Friday and I'm talking about the same shit every day. I feel like I'm talking about something different.
Yeah.
And I was really happy to talk about this movie, and I'm proud of the movie. I'm really great that the film came off good. I'm really glad that you liked the film, and I am excited that that I unexpectedly did the commentary with you, because I actually wanted to talk about the film, but I did not know this was going to happen.
Yeah. It's something that I kind of referenced earlier. I was like, we're going to do podcasts where we comment on movies. I just kept saying, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. And I was like, why don't we do it?
Were you talking with Nick about that?
Yeah.
Like you were talking about the idea of doing a commentary?
Yeah. I shout out to Nick. I actually was just making that up on the spot. Like I told him, like, I'm going to bring Anthony in and we're going to do a commentary as if I had already talked to you about it.
Right.
But I didn't. Exactly.
You didn't tell me about it. Nick didn't tell me about you telling me you wanted to do a commentary on this movie. Nobody told me anything.
Well, you saw
I saw the video, podcast, but nobody asked me if I wanted. You could ask me, and I would have said yeah. Even if you didn't ask me, I would have done.
I would have said no.
I was never gonna say no.
You weren't gonna say no. So that's kind of the only reason I said it. I knew I really what I was saying was I'm gonna ask him to come in and do the commentary, but I just kind of took it for granted that you would come and do the commentary.
Oh, I'm really
I didn't
glad.
know. I didn't know at the time that you're the kind of man who would turn down a $2 million job from Netflix.
Because I don't do online movies. I do movies for the theaters. Common sense.
Listen, don't listen to what he's saying. It's nonsense.
Christopher Nolan.
He would absolutely do it. He would do it.
No one.
Look, bro. If you can make that money and put yourself in a better position to make the films you want to make, you will absolutely do it.
Edgar Wright makes movies for theaters. Christopher Nolan.
Edgar Wright. First of all,
and I'm Anthony Caban.
No offense, but those are two entirely different powers at work. Okay, two entirely different leagues. All right, and you know what? To get to the big leagues, to be Edgar Allan, or Edgar Wright. Sorry, Edgar Allan Poe, the poet. To be Edgar Wright, you got to start being Anthony Caban, who does Netflix sometimes. You got to be the guy who got to do what he's got to do. And you know what? If you get a $2 million job, you better say yes to it.
Or what?
Or you won't ever get the $2 million job. Netflix could be watching right now, and they're like, oh, well, I'm not going to ask him to do a movie. He doesn't want to do it.
Then fine, I'll do the Netflix. I'll do that $2 million Netflix.
He's going to say yes to the $2 million program.
I'm going to do it.
Do I have a 150? Do I have a 1,500,000?
How about 5 million?
5 million. See, anyone can be bought. I'm just kidding. But yeah, man, good job, man.
Thank you.
The complaints I have about this movie are really technical. They're really not worthy of this platform. Really, it's not really a thing. Because what I do, and never take offense to it when I critique your work, is I put your work next to professional work where you want to be. If I think of Christopher Nolan as an A, I'm going to compare your work to Christopher Nolan, because that's the goal. You don't want to be compared to, Joe Schmo, other independent filmmakers somewhere else who nobody has ever heard of. You know what I mean? You want to be compared to the very best of the best.
Would you compare it to Michel Gondry, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind?
All right, so don't misunderstand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This movie being compared to a pro movie doesn't make it a pro movie. I'm
Right.
only saying, like, I compare it. Hey, when I say your lighting is good, I think that it's actually good.
Okay.
Like, I would, if I thought your lighting was good, if I was sitting next to Christopher Nolan looking at his movie, I was like, hey, this is good lighting. This is kind of like Anthony Caban's movie. Those are the same level of goods. Is this the same? Is this a professional 2-hour movie? It's not. It's not. It's a 48-hour. It's a 48-minute movie. Is it structured right as far as the story? Well, we kind of talked about, it's probably been better if you hadn't had that emotional thing happen in the beginning. Those are the technical things.
Right.
They are very important, but we are not in Hollywood. So here,
Right.
the goods are more important than the negatives, and what you did good is actually not a small thing. You have good talent for pacing, which takes people so long to understand how important that is. Movies have to feel like movies. Pacing affects that. You have
Right.
good taste in music, good taste for cuts, all the stuff that is hard to learn, you kind of have it.
Exactly.
So, I have high hopes for you and high expectations, Anthony Caban.
Thanks, man. I really, again, I appreciate it.
I think you're gonna get somewhere. You're never gonna get there if you ever say no to that $2 million Netflix job. You better say yes to it.
Exactly.
Say yes and do it.
Yep.
And you better say thank you.
Of course.
Good. So yeah, that's Visions of Love. So of course we're gonna put the link to the movie in the description. It's not there yet. Give it a day, or actually I'm gonna copy and paste it in there as soon as possible. Just know that if you're looking for it right now, it's not there yet, and it's not listed on YouTube, so you can't actually search it. But we're gonna put the link to go directly to watch the movie. That way you can actually watch and experience the movie, because right now you've got the movie plus the commentary.
Exactly. And it's not that I don't want to. It will be. I will guarantee you I will put it for the public when I'm ready.
Oh, it's not ready yet? Like, you don't want me to put the link to it in there?
You could put the link. Okay. I mean, like, I'm changing the settings to public.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's what I'm saying.
So people can search it and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, so right now the only way you can get this is by just going to the link that's going to be in the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So only the podcast viewers.
And again, I really appreciate for those who came to the premiere Visions of Love. I really did appreciate it. We only had there was 60 seats and we had 26 people.
Okay.
I was expecting more. The only thing I really don't like and I find very disrespectful is not that I don't mind if the film is out in the festival. What I don't like is that none of the cast or the crew that put a lot into this film don't show up.
Yeah.
That's the thing I find very disrespectful. And with Visions of Love, the only ones who showed up to that festival was me, Nick, Nehemiah, Tivoli, and Maverick.
Well, you had 26 people. It was more than that.
That's good. But I'm talking in terms of cast, we only had 6 people.
Wow.
Yeah. And then with Chosen Woman, we had only 4, actually. Crew member showed up.
Well, that's okay.
But with Survival the Apocalypse, I hope that everybody who worked hard on that film shows up.
That's okay.
And the same with Hell's Gift. I really hope so, too. Hell's Gift was the only film where I did not have any drama.
Hell's Gift?
Yeah. No stress, no drama at all on set. It was the only film where we did not have anything.
Well, that's rare.
That's rare in my films. Most of my films have a lot of shit on set.
That's so rare that if I had a project that was just going perfectly, I would be a little scared. It's like, look, this is too good. Something's got to happen, right?
Well,
we're gonna have an accident. Somebody's gonna die.
Well, that's the thing. Hell's Gift did not have any issues on set at all. We worked pretty good together, all of us, and that's because I chose my actors very carefully, and so we had a good time.
Well, I always recommend being careful. Sometimes take chances, but I always recommend definitely planning out things, and when it works, it works. So definitely, it's
of course.
It's good.
But yeah, that's about it. That's all I got. That's all.
That's awesome, man. I appreciate you coming in today.
Right.
So for those who've been waiting and wondering, when are the acting classes starting? Possibly, possibly next weekend. Possibly next weekend or the weekend after that. But basically, it's on the weekends now, baby. It's on the weekends now.
No weekdays?
No, we're moved from weekdays. Because of me. I moved from weekdays. Cause
You work a lot, right?
I work a lot.
Where do you work at?
Not really. I don't want to say.
Top classified. That's okay. We'll talk about it.
It is some secret work.
Yeah, you don't want to find. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that next.
Yeah. But yeah, acting classes should be starting back soon. We're gonna lay out the new program, the way that we're doing stuff. Those who are interested in working with Anthony, he's gonna be around. Obviously, he's a frequent guest on the podcast. He should be. What is your next film? Like, you're finishing
a sequel to The Chosen Woman, but it's not a direct sequel. It's more of another domestic abuse film called The Abuser.
Okay.
That's one of my next films.
Well, definitely use the actors from Tampa Film Network. We got some good people.
Oh no, I'm actually gonna show up to class and I want to see some talent.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Anthony's gonna be in class casting.
I also want to up my acting game too, because I want to get an agent for my acting career, and I really want to show up to acting class a lot, so that any agent walks right in and just sees my talent, he can select me. You never know what can happen. So I really want to show up to acting class a lot more. I miss that a lot.
Good.
I really want to make it. I want to take my dream serious.
So it's definitely nothing but good news for Tampa Film Network coming up. So first thing is the class is starting back. The second thing is the release of what we've been editing. We're trying to have that, with the classes that start back too. The last thing is we've been looking at what OIF is doing over in Orlando, the Orlando Independent Filmmakers. They've been having like successful screenings and film challenges. So we're gonna see how we can work either what they're doing into our program or just kind of our own version, which I think it'll just be our version of what they do. But obviously a lot of people want the experience of not only being in a film, but kind of seeing it in theaters and stuff. So we're going to be looking at what we can do to have our own challenges, continue to focus on, first of all, creating work. So coming to class, using skills, and actually being in stuff and doing films. But also putting that screening experience for people who want to come and watch the movies. So I'll be announcing some things when we start back class, so just more details on that. But classes are going to be on the weekends with me. If we have people available during the week, we're going to have those scheduled as well. Anthony's going to be around, as well as some other directors that I've been talking to. And they're going to help us get projects going and completed and on screen faster. So everything's been slower, but we're going to be speeding up soon. But that's what I wanted to say. And a lot more people are going to be available on the weekends too. So it's going to work out better for more people. As usual, you can see all of Tampa Film Network stuff either on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Follow us on all platforms, especially Facebook and YouTube. Look for podcasts to come out every week on Fridays, if not the day after, or if we miss a Friday, it should be the following Friday, but Fridays are our primary day. If you want to be on the show, or if you want us to talk to a specific person or cover a certain topic, email us at Tampa Film Networks with the S at gmail.com, or message us on Facebook directly to our page, or you can message me. Want to thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. We appreciate all the viewers who are in those other film groups who are also local. Tampa Film Society, thank you for sharing our posts in the group. Actors, group director, whatever that is, Central Filmmakers, all the little groups, Miami Film Industry. All of you guys are watching. Appreciate it. Till then, get out there, break a leg, do stuff. Try to keep it short so it'll be done faster and you'll have more fun. And thanks. Anything else you want to say, Anthony, before we go?
I think that's about it for now.
All right. His next appearance, we'll probably be either hearing about what he's doing on set or breaking down another one of his films.
Definitely. Thank you so much. I really appreciate coming back here again.
No problem. All right. Thanks, guys. We are out.